Now, I think we've stirred some hornet's nests with this topic tonight, and it's not intentional by any means, and you'll see as we get into this, but the topic is, can you do it? And basically you see, some oils, some fuel water separators, some spark plugs. You've got some basic stuff up there on the screen. And
this is the easy stuff.
Well, it is.
For some people.
And this is, the world is full of DIYers now, do-it-yourselfers. And, oh, there we go. And Jessica, there you go. Good job, Jessica. We missed one. We're going to do Captain's Corners before we get into this, John. How did you let me miss that?
I didn't have anything to do with it.
You let me miss Captain's Corner.
You and your new frames and all this stuff.
I know, yeah. Jessica, thanks for paying attention.
That's right. Smart tailors is what we need to keep us straight.
There we go. We're going to roll into Captain's Corner here real quick. We've got Jessica. Hold on.
Jessica, Captain Corner, fishing with shrimp on bottom. Just caught a sheephead, a little snook, black drum. He's using top water right now. We're in South Chaz. Have a good time, tight lines.
That was
there we
catching
go.
Them late.
Way to catch us there. We appreciate it. She did let me know that her photographer, her film guy, will be fired because that's the last one, that it's turned the wrong way. She said he's fired. He was doing it like this. We got to have it like this, So when you're filming,
she's gonna fire him off.
She said he was fired.
He's fired.
There we go. All right, John. So let's get back to our topic.
She was gonna fire you next for forgetting about it.
Hey, look, that's the great thing about being live.
That's
You can
right.
call us out.
That's right.
She
called you out.
We forgot about it. And she says, "Hey, what about me?
Yo, good stuff."
So that's and nobody's got their feelings hurt. I messed up. And,
you messed up and fixed it.
And I can get on. I can move along with my life. I messed up, but we got it. We fixed it.
Nice. Fix it.
So there we go. All right. So we wanted to talk about things that you can do that are not hard to do at all, that could save you some money and some time, because as everybody knows right now, try to buy a boat, try to do anything marine mechanical wise, anything like that, you take it in and it's going to be a while.
Oh yeah, it's going to sit there.
There's a wait. You got to wait your turn. And there's a lot of these things that are so easy that you could do yourself. Even if you're not very confident with your handyman skills, these are things that might seem intimidating, but they really aren't. And with so many videos out there that you could do on YouTube, you could bring up your motor. I have a Suzuki, this, that, and the other. You type it in, and I want an oil change. And there will be some hundreds of videos showing you how to do the oil change right there if you've never changed the oil in your, outboard before.
Just pick the smart guy.
So, or the one that looks best to you, that's, just
pick the smart worker.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't pick the one that goes, what did I do with that plug? Hold on, let me go get it. I'll be right back.
Now, the important things to know when you're changing your own oil is having the correct oil.
Correct oil.
It has it right there printed on your engine, what it wants you to use. It's right there, so you can't mess that up. It'll also tell you how many oils or how many quarts that you need when you're changing the oil filter or not changing the oil filter. So all the information's right there. So there's a lot of the stuff that you can look at, make a list, go to the store, purchase, and save you. We saw a comment that came up that said one of the hourly rates right now is $150 an hour. And to basically change your oil, you're going to have that $150 an hour. They're going to charge you at least an hour just for that, plus all the parts and pieces and everything. And when you go to these places, there's usually, you're going to pay a little bit more than what you would have if you've got it on your own. So changing oil is super basic. Most of your engines, if you bought a newer engine or if you still got it laying around, it comes with a owner's manual. And it'll break it down bit by bit and tell you how to do that. We're not going to tell you how to do it, here, but obviously you either drain the plug, open up the oil fill at the top, let it all drain out, put the plug back in, and then fill it up with the proper oil. You got to let it all
drain out.
You got to let it all drain out.
Container and catch it and then dispose of it properly.
But that's the longest part of that job is waiting on that oil to drain.
That is the longest part of the job.
Other than that, that is a quick and easy thing that you could do. And most maintenance books, tell you to do it every 100 hours. Now, on my engine, it's been in service a year. I've got about 630 hours on it. And, so I've done that a few times on this new one. What are you grinning about?
Myself and changing oil.
Yeah, well, you're becoming more confident in doing some of these things yourself.
Yes,
you kind
I have done
of
it.
shied away.
I
did.
didn't ever think that I could even possibly do it.
Yep.
Until one day I Googled it and it showed me how to do it, and
Yeah.
I went right out there and I did it, and it took me like 30 minutes and I was done.
Now, another one of these things that's very easy to do is your lower unit gear oil.
That was a little different, but it was easy. But it was different.
It is. John was scared to do this himself.
I didn't want to do it.
And I said, John, that's super easy.
Yeah.
And like I said, again, drain it into a
Yep.
a little
Gotta catch
pan,
it.
all that
Yep.
good stuff, because you gotta take care of this oil. You just can't drain this oil out onto the ground. That's another reason why when you take it in, there are expenses because they got to get rid of their oil, and that makes up for a big thing. But these are things that if you go to YouTube, check it out. Again, put your engine. Doesn't even necessarily have to be your engine. They're all kind of the same when it comes to that. You're going to pull the bottom one, and there's an upper one. You let it breathe, and it's all going to come out. You are going to need a little pump to put it back in there that you could get from any of your marine shops. Even the Rural Kings, the West Marines, so on and so forth. They've got a little pump, and it just goes in the quart bottle, and you plug it in the bottom, and you pump it up. And like I said, we're not going to go into how to do each one of these things, but these are things that you can do and save yourself some money. Your water fuel separator. If your boat does not have one, you need to get one, especially running here in saltwater. You need to have a fuel water separator on your boat.
And take that to your place and get it done.
You can, or again, that's something that's extremely easy to, it's easy.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not in my boat.
No. Well, here's the thing. A lot of these things, when your boat builders put it in,
they put it in the worst places
They engineer
possible.
a boat. Yeah, they engineer a boat. So some of, like the fuel water separator in some of these boats are not easy to get to.
Nope, they're not.
They're not.
They're not.
They're a pain in the ass. But it's a little bit of work, but we're talking about saving money and time.
Take it to your mechanic. Get them to do it, then just change the filter yourself. Telling you, don't mess with that one. You don't want to mess with
That's
fuel.
all you're changing is the filter itself.
No, I'm talking about putting in the whole unit.
Oh,
Putting
to
in
install it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, take it to your mechanic and install it. Then you can change the fuel filter yourself.
the
That's
fuel
a piece of
filter-
cake.
If you don't take care of the unit itself,
It'll rust.
It will rust up
And
on
then
you.
it
and do
will
all
become
that.
seized up in there, and
becomes
then
one
you can't
piece.
get it undone, and then
So-
you break it, and it got a hole in it, then the fuel goes in your boat,
Yep.
and you better be careful because it go boom.
I understand what you're talking about now.
Oh, my
but,
gosh.
Yeah, but that's again
That's what my boat did.
the fuel water separator itself, just the filter.
Yep.
You unscrew it. You take the new one, put gas in it, you screw it back on.
I didn't
It's a
even
piece
know
of cake.
mine had one in it because I could not find it.
Yeah.
And I kept smelling gas. I'm like, something's
Oh,
wrong with my
'cause you're-
boat.
yeah,
I smell
yours-
gas.
yours rusted
So
away,
then,
yeah.
boom, I found this thing. I'm like, who did what? What in the world did they do that for? Because there was no finding this thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so there's little things you can do. But again, if you're not mechanically inclined and you don't want to do this, we have places for you to take your stuff to.
And we'll mention that here.
And we'll mention that in a little bit.
We'll mention that in a little bit. God, John, you always try to jump ahead, John.
I got to.
Always jump ahead.
I just want to let people know that we're only talking about the little things.
Let the dealers whine and bitch on the comments for a little bit. Then we're going to come in at the end and we're
And
going to pick
scoop
them
'em
back
up.
up. You know,
Pick 'em
this
up.
is how this works.
Oh, okay.
There's a crescendo. You got to work it up, John. You just like to get to the happy ending.
Push that
don't you?
button. Push that button. Push that button.
I'm going to give you the brakes since you're always putting the brakes on. There we go. But no, that's so like I said, these are all very basic things that you could save a lot of money, doing. Another one that sounds difficult, John, that is very easy to do is change your spark plugs, or at least look at your spark plugs. Now, again, not going to tell you how to do it, but it is extremely easy to do it. I just did it on mine. Again, I spent more time looking for the socket than I did the actual job.
Can you come change mine?
I can.
Okay.
If
'Cause
you don't,
mine have not been changed.
if you don't change them on the regular, they may seize up in there, and if you break one off in there, you will be going to a shop to get that out because that's
the
gonna
one
be,
they're waiting for.
Yep.
Did you say you did what?
Yeah.
I got this. That'll be $300 for 2 hours.
Yeah, but like I said, there are some very basic things that are extremely easy to do. Like I said, we're not telling you how to do it. It's out there on how to do it. YouTube it, look it. But there are things that you could do to save money. Because right now, in our economy, things are shooting through the roof. You know, you're lucky to find some of these parts and pieces.
You can't even find them to do it. And use OEM parts.
Yeah, well, not only that, use OEM parts, but use good fluids. Don't cheap out on your fluids. That's probably the worst thing you could do because your fluids are your lifeblood for your unit.
Yeah, they're made for your unit.
You do not want to go cheap when it comes to this. You're going to save money by doing it yourself.
Do it the
Don't
right
go
way.
cheap, by just trying to pinch those few extra pennies. Now, there are still plenty of areas that have, all the marinas have, the oils. West Marine has the oils. You can get good stuff. Now, with that being said, there are some other things if you were real confident in what you're doing, do it yourself, all that good stuff. You could change your little water pump occasionally. That involves dropping the lower unit. Not hard, seems scary, but it's really not difficult. Yep, it's not difficult.
I have not done that.
You could do that, and that needs to be done on the regular. So there are some things that now, if you have a problem with your engine, or you need to get your valves lashed, or you need to do something like that, by all means,
take it to the mechanic.
Take it in and have it done, because there are things that seem like could be simple, but then turn into a nightmare.
Yeah, there's special tools for all those
and then they're going to charge you more for screwing it up in the first place.
for you being a dummy.
Now, when you do take it to a dealership, we recommend, taking it to a reputable location.
That's right.
Because there are plenty of dealerships out here that, want to help you and they want to do you well. And then there are a bunch of them that may not. They just in it to make a few couple of bucks and get you on your way. And we're going to list off 3 that we have done business with in the past and we know that do a good job. That's not to say that this is the only 3 that are out there. These are the 3 that we recommend. So there are good shops out there, but there are also, like with anything else, there's some shysters.
Yeah.
You want to try to avoid the shysters.
We're giving you 3 reputable ones.
So, and these are all here in our area. So in the Crystal River Homosassa area, I like Nature Coast Boats. They have helped me out on numerous occasions. They've helped me go through 2 different boats, one of my cottonmouth boats and the new boat that I have now. They've always done me great. You can go see Braden over there. One of them happens to be a Taylor that's probably on right there. Yep. So Lake Weir Marine, go see Jeffrey and Susie over there.
Yep.
They'll
and
take
Donna.
really good care of you.
Those 3 are all there.
2 of them are there.
Where does Donna at?
Donna has gone and moved on. She's doing her own thing now.
Really?
Yeah.
What Donna do now?
So I forgot because I was drinking, but Donna she's doing something a little bit different now. So good for Donna.
I thought she was still there. I did not know.
Well, that's why I'm easing our Taylors in. So Nature Coast Boats, Lake Weir Marine, and right here in beautiful downtown Inglis in a new big building with all kind of brand new painted, looks good, got boat storage now, all that, is Let It Ride Marine, Dan Bianchi right there. These 3 businesses are very reputable, have done me well in the past, hopefully will continue to do me well. And when I need something that I can't figure out, these are the ones that I try to reach out and get a hold of. So, like I said, Braden over at Nature Coast, Jeffrey over there at Lake Weir Marine, and Dan over there at Let It Ride Marine. Good people. Give them a call. And by all means, still, if you're not comfortable doing anything that we discussed tonight, by all means, go see these guys. Yep. And we recommend these guys because I know that they'll take care of you. Tell them that we be telling such you, John and Eric, and not that they're going to help you out or anything, but at least they'll know that, we're talking about them and we love them.
And you can probably buy the parts from them that you need because you got to buy them from somewhere.
Yeah. Well, yep. Sometimes that's kind of
they might have the parts.
Kind of how that works,
Yep.
So
if you're a do-it-yourselfer.
There we go. So So Donna's commenting. Donna says Donna is at. So we know we're.
Oh, she does lumber now.
Yep, there we go. Yep, there we go. Cool beans. All right, well, good deal. So, like I said, we wanted to touch base on some easy things that you could do to save some money that may seem like they're difficult, or may seem like it's a big deal, but it really isn't. If you run into electrical issues, you run into some mechanical issues, the thing's just not running right, by all means, go see these guys. Yep. But if it's just a simple oil change, if it's just, you know, something like that,
we're talking about the
you're gonna save time and you're gonna save money, and you're gonna be ready to go. Like I said, yesterday, it took me maybe 2 hours. I changed my oil in the engine, the lower unit, I changed my spark plugs, and I changed my water fuel separator. And like I said, within the longest part of that day was trying to find my 5/8 socket for my.
But does it run?
Well, of course it runs.
Okay, I was just checking. I was throwing that one out there, you know, because we don't need a meme of Eric looking at the boat like this, going, "What the heck's wrong with it?"
Where's all that smoke coming from?
What is this?
So
where's my socket?
All right, so John, we've got to
the end
of another one.
Yep,
we've done it.
We've done it
again. Owner's manual. If you got one of those, it's full of all kind of good things.
Yep.
Use it.
If you don't have one, you can find one online and buy it.
You could do that too, or you can look it up online. Most everything's online nowadays. If you're even halfway computer savvy, you could find it.